Hey guys, I'm just here actually at my house because the campus doesn't have internet. So I'm going to be running over Module 5 for you and talk about a couple of things and get you hopefully set to finish your essay. So a couple of things here. Hopefully you noticed, I posted this announcement a couple days ago, which is about comparison thesis statements. After reading through the journals from the last module, I noticed quite a few of you had some problems with your thesis statements. I see a lot of thesis statements in comparison essays that are something like, subject A and subject B have a lot of similarities and also a lot of differences, and that's not a thesis. That describes pretty much everything. So you have to be much more specific and focused. So these are kind of templates that you can use. So you could say something like the differences between Republicans and Democrats are important and they need to be studied further. And you can add in, if you wanted to, the different types of differences that you're going to be covering in the paper. Although they bear some similarities, the differences between Republicans and Democrats are even more important. So we're making a point there about the importance. So you add in words to the template. You can add in your different topics to the template and that kind of thing. And help organize your essay, but also help to show whether differences or similarities will be more prominent in your essay. And you really should have one over the other. You could do, two similarities and then two differences if you wanted to, but that would be 4 body paragraphs and you only need 3. So odds are you're going to have either all similarities, all differences, or 1 similarity, 2 differences, or whatever. I will say that those paragraphs, those body paragraphs, do not need to be solely one or the other. So if you have a paragraph that kind of is, in general, these are similarities, there are a few differences within those similarities, that's fine. It's a compare and contrast. There's going to be both in every part of the essay, most likely. So because they're not the exact same thing. And so that's what you kind of think about. You don't have to be so square with it, is what I'm trying to say. So taking a look here then at the assignments that we're working on, of course, you're down here in Module 5. You have the quiz to take, an outline to post, and then, of course, the essay itself. So the quiz gives you information about comparison and contrast in general, goes over how to write an essay like this. Remember, you are using point-by-point comparison. The chapter will talk about both point-by-point and subject-by-subject comparison. You are using point-by-point. That is one of the requirements. Your essay will be talked heavily if you don't follow that organization pattern, regardless of what your topic is. So do not organize your essay by subject. So don't talk about subject A and then subject B, or go back and forth between the two. So paragraphs 1 about subject A, paragraph 2 about subject B, paragraph 3 about subject A, and so on and so forth. We don't want to teeter-totter. So you want to make sure that each body paragraph covers both subject A and subject B, which means that main point for that paragraph needs to apply to both subject A and subject B. So that's important to remember for this one. Very common mistake that students make. Obviously, then you have your submission for the essay that'll be due this coming Sunday. Make sure that you email me if you're having difficulty with it or if you have any questions about it. I did reply to commented on all the journals. Some of you are doing great, have great ideas. Some of you really need to rethink what you're doing with the essay. And then the outline is what you're going to turn in before that. If you can get that outline done within the next few days, that would be great, because I can then comment on it. I think there were maybe 2 or 3 that had been submitted so far. Sorry, that's the outline information. And then I've already commented on those. So if you've submitted your outline already, I've got some feedback for you. And then once you get your outline submitted, I'll be able to tell you whether or not you're doing things correctly, give you some ideas, that kind of thing. Some of you still need to work on your thesis statement. Some of you need to figure out how you're going to put your essay in a point-by-point organization. So if you have questions about this, of course, let me know. I am almost done grading the cause and effect essays. I just have a few more of those to finish, and then I will be leaving you some feedback on the documentation assignment. Some of you seem, especially from the cause and effect essay, seem to have grasped the concept pretty well. For the cause and effect essay, by the way, I'm not the rubric criteria, I don't have the works cited entries on there, so you won't be penalized for not knowing how to do the works cited entries, since most of the reading and practice was in the last module in this one. I just wanted you to start practicing, and some of you are doing really well, and some of you will need to work on that for the comparison essay. So I'm leaving you feedback on it, but it's not counting towards your grade whether or not you cited sources or whether or not you did those works cited entries correctly. So just so you know, I had a couple of questions about that in the midpoint survey, and I realized that I didn't actually post anything about that. So if you have questions, of course, you can always send me an email. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're doing okay in the course. Some of you kind of dropped off the face of the earth. So if you have any questions, if you're struggling at all, send me an email. I can't help you if I don't know that you need help. So anyway, hope you are doing well in the class, and if you have anything you need to talk about, send me an email. This has been a good video, short video, hopefully, over Module 5.